Hello everyone, welcome to Tony Talks. Wow. How are you doing? Anyway, taking koko kin now. Any gidi pataki. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for following us. And if you're new here, we say you're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
He might be dealing with issues. And what is going on might even worsen things for him too. How did they get there? This is why what separation breeds in family. Separation has never brought anything. I don't see anything good in it. Except if there is danger. If there is danger, everybody goes separately. You sort out things separately and you play your role. Things are still okay. But when it's something that you fight to finish, I'm getting tired. I'm tired already. Hello. I will not. If you call me, please turn off your line, the other, whatever you are using to watch, because it will be going up and down. Okay? The line is jamming. Oh. Hello, we'll be rounding up soon. I'm tired. Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, sorry, I think one thing that we people get, and we need to always build that thing, because Asake writes on his own part, but everybody writes on them. We cannot release a line. So, but if there's a little bit of empathy deposited into the life there will be that small
spot. Coming back.
So, whatever we do in life, let's deposit empathy into the life of our kids. Once you go,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is a beautiful one. Yeah. You know, in as much as we are analyzing, we are not judging. We are learning. I love this one. He said, in training our children, in bringing them up, let's deposit empathy, love, care, the need to be there for each other. Let's put it in them. Check yourself in training these children too. What are you depositing into them? Are you depositing hatred? Are you depositing bitterness? And that is where I look at people. Maybe your husband offend you. You start putting bitterness in your children. You start exhibiting. This is where most of you single mothers, check yourself on social media. The bitterness you put out is too much. And I wonder how you are training your children when you come with all this bitterness. A man has left you, let him go. Don't let that bitterness continue with you. Most of you are training your children with that bitterness. They will grow up. They don't know what is called empathy. They will grow up. They are taking that same bitterness, that same pain you have put in their life, taking it into their own marriage. And that is why I always tell single mothers, it is not about remarrying. It is about, if you want to remarry, are you remarrying right? That man coming into your life, or a single father, that woman coming into your life, and you have children that is coming to marry you, the person is coming to marry you with. Are you sure hatred will not be inside you? Are you sure that man or that woman will not be causing you more pains that will enter into your children? I love these comments. I mean, this last caller. I love the last caller. If I miss your call, I will call you back. So many calls. This is a very good one. Hello, we don't know what this guy has gone through. Hello.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Ma. Yes, sir. Auntie, I didn't start from the beginning, but I just want to give to Asake, I want to give a direct appeal. It's important that he looks after both his parents, irrespective of whatever the situation is. It's very important that he looks after the parents, particularly his dad. Well, both of them, at this point. For me, I grew up as a very, very bitter child. But over that, life happened, things happened, based on different narratives. Okay? But one thing that I picked, one thing that I learned while I was growing, when I got to an adult age, is the importance of parents, irrespective of what the dynamics are. And I didn't even know that my own parents, I didn't know that my mom was not going to even live so long. But one thing I was very grateful for was all through that I became an adult and had a working life, my mother was on my payroll. Irrespective of whatever it was, she was on my payroll. And do you know when my mother, Ma?
Go ahead.
Okay. You see, and I remembered very well when she was alive, when there were comments being made, my mom would tell anybody that cared to listen, that you see these particular children, she will list the two of us and say, these two children are fitting Baberi. In short, me need lati berry.
Can't she for me?
She understand. Now, Sheribati, Momsi must take last breath.
Go ahead with your English, since you can speak English, please. Today I want to for some people.
Okay.
Please go ahead with your English.
When she took her last breath, I didn't even realize. And one thing that was very clear when she took her last breath, of course, as a child, I felt so bad because she was the only parent I knew for most of my life, because my father passed when I was a child. Now, over time and everything, now that she's passed, it's been a while now, there's that peace when she passed away. Yes, I was hurting, but there was also that peace, that I have. And, I have a sibling who had the opportunity to make a difference or to make amends. And that my sibling did not make that effort. Do you know, now when we have conversations, like for me, I can talk about it from the angle of, I talk about it from a very, not a pleasant memory, but in a memory of I built a relationship. Of course, I wasn't compelled to, okay? But that my sibling would say to me, if only mom can come back just even for 1 minute, can play a role or more, see Yalori one. It's such a powerful thing. Yes, Asake can, I don't know, it could decide, okay, if I'm back, befitting barrier. Sherry, there is nothing like befitting barrier. In causing your bad, Sherry, like when my mom passed away, yes, of course, we did what we had to do for the funeral and everything. But I was so glad. Even the one I could afford, won't lack anything. I think contain by money koloku. Of course, won't run me to school now. Won't more school timolo. Won't more anything by me. But whatever it was, I chose to do my role. And it's a very difficult one. It's a very, very difficult thing to do as a child. Particularly if there's been different
time.
Ma?
We need time.
Yeah. So that's it. So all I will just say is, Asake should please, he shouldn't let, whatever it is, of course, I'm not saying he should wave away his pain, but he should just focus on, okay, he's got his medical concern, do what you can do. Because of course, he wants to do like whatever burial and whatever.
I don't think with what is going on, I don't think he will do that.
So that's my own £1 coin.
Thank you. Somebody said something earlier. Thank you. Someone said, okay. Yeah, okay.
Can contribute?
No, you can go. Someone said, I know Asake bought a car for him. He pays his hospital bill, relocated him to a flat with his wife, to a nice flat. Also, he retired from Lagos Island Government Civil Service. I believe Malo is trying to seek cheap sympathy and all that. And someone also said, was there no family member to talk to before coming to social media? That we cannot say. Why this man had to come out, we cannot really say. And trust me, the contribution of the last caller was a wonderful one too, which we often just overlook as parents. I was telling somebody this morning, I said a lot of children are taking care of even their mother, not because they love that mother, because they just have to do what they have to do. So that if this woman should demand, woman should go, they will not say she did not do anything. That's the way most people are brought up. They were not brought up, they were not loved. And honestly, this is so close to home for me in a way. Forgiveness, especially if you have been traumatized as a child. If you have not been traumatized as a child, you may not understand what is going on. I'm not saying Asake is traumatized, but it looks more like it. Somebody, new highlighter said, that man Asake doesn't have to do anything for his father. Really? He literally doesn't owe his father. Remove emotions. A lot of men damage their kids. And forgiveness is not something you force on people. 99.9% of Nigerian men didn't raise their children because they were busy chasing different women. Let Asake breathe. I don't know from what angle you are talking of, my darling sister or brother, but I want to believe that's a woman. In as much as bringing a child into the world is the responsibility of the parents. You decide to bring a child into the world, you decide to take care of the child, is your responsibility. And for real, the child does not really owe you. But morally, does the child doesn't owe you? There was this song I love to sing to my kids. Not because I'm blackmailing them, it's just a joke. I am glad I did my role on my children. I don't need to beg them to do anything for me, just like this caller said. And it doesn't mean I've not offended my children at a point. That song says, I think it was Sonia Spence that sang that song. He said, for the 9 months I carried you, no charge. For when I went to the labor room, no charge. When you came into the world, I started taking care of you, no charge. I started washing your clothes, taking you to the school, no charge. For when you were sick, I couldn't sleep, no charge. When others were aborting, I decided to bring you. Yes, it is my decision. But today, you are looking at yourself. So your spends in the dark. Me, it's Aunty, but I just love that song. I used to joke with them with that song. And he was singing that song, and and he said, for everything. Look, one thing I think there is a fundamental issue here.